Hello and welcome everyone to the video presentation of our group. Our group theme is non-state actors and education in refugee contexts. As the topic of our presentation, we have chosen the comparative policy analysis of the role of non-state actors in ensuring equity in education in different countries. We will start with the case of Tajikistan and our teammate Shahlo will explain how the Tajik government has excluded different NGOs from providing different educational intervention. Then we will present how other four countries of references, Bangladesh, Kyrgyzstan, Zimbabwe, and South Africa, are creating opportunities to ensure equity in education by collaborating with non-state actors. We are five members in the team. I am Mehdi. My teammates are Hama, Nasrin, Shahlo, and Diago. So let's dive into our discussion.
Tajikistan's education system has been shaped by both global standards and local political dynamics. Since gaining independence in 1991, the country has faced numerous challenges, including economic instability and a civil war, which impacted educational development. During this time, NGOs played a crucial role in filling gaps left by the government, supporting areas like infrastructure, teacher training, and curriculum development to help rebuild the education sector. Gender equality in education has been a significant focus, driven by international pressure, but it has also been influenced by local political agendas. Efforts like introducing gender quotas to improve female representation have had mixed outcomes. While the intention was to ensure equal access, in some cases these policies have reinforced gender stereotypes or were politically motivated rather than fostering real social change. This reflects the complexities of implementing global educational standards within Tajikistan's unique context. Recently, the Aga Khan School in Tajikistan have been halted, which is concerning. The country's government policies do not align well with organizations like the Acadian, which negatively impacts the local population, particularly the younger generation. The Aga Khan education system follows global standards, offering high quality education, making the current situation even more detrimental. In summary, Tajikistan's education system has evolved with global support, but local political realities have often shaped the effectiveness of reforms, especially in areas like gender equality.
Hello everyone, this is Nasrin Sultana. I will discuss about the non-state actors' role in the education sector of Bangladesh, especially in the areas like primary education and refugee education. These actors include non-governmental organizations like NGO, international organization, community group, private companies, or the other civil societies. They have tried their best to do a good work in Bangladesh. The role of non-state actors in primary education. First one is the NGOs. NGOs like BRAC, Save the Children, increase access to education, particularly in remote areas, marginalized for the marginalized people. They try to do infrastructure support like this organization build and maintain school underserved areas, ensuring children access quality education close to home, teacher training, educational materials. They provide good education textbook, learning materials, and there is also give scholarship and financial aid to the schools. And there is another non-state actors in refugee education in Bangladesh is the largest host of the Rohingya people in Cox's Bazar, Ukhi, and Kutupalong, and BRAC uh, established their learning center, BRAC Learning Center in Ukhia and Kutupalong. Also, they have tried to develop some curriculum which is their own language, and so that they can continue their learning through it. Thank you so much.
I'll focus on Zimbabwe and South Africa. In Zimbabwe, parents and mining companies are very critical non-state actors in education. Mining companies and parents provide school infrastructure, they provide books in communities that would not have had access to such infrastructure, and this enables equity and access to marginalized communities. However, this model is not sustainable. It is actually an admission that the government has actually failed in its mandate. And we find a very interesting case study from South Africa, our neighbor. In South Africa, there is an NGO called Section 27. Section 27 ensures that the government actually does what it's supposed to do in terms of its mandate, which is in the Constitution. They've taken the government to court to enforce the government to ensure that there are books in schools, that there is minimum norms and standards in terms of school infrastructure, such as ablution facilities, such as access to water, and such as access to books, and such that students who live in far-flung areas have got access to public transport that takes them to school and home for free. This is the role that non-state actors should take. Instead of replacing the role of government, they should ensure that the government is actually forced to do what it's supposed to do in terms of its mandate.
In Kyrgyzstan, educational processes are governed by the law on education, which guarantees the right to quality education for all citizens. One of the key players in ensuring equity in education are non-state actors, and their activities are regulated by the law on non-commercial organizations. Kyrgyzstan's education system is facing significant challenges in terms of access and quality. Around 75% of children under the age of 6 do not go to preschool, and 70% of fourth graders in rural schools do not meet the basic level of functional literacy. The quality of education in Russian and English medium classes is generally higher than Kyrgyz medium classes. International non-state organizations like UNESCO, USAID develop programs that help children access education. Additionally, Mercy Corps or JICA volunteers provide English language education in remote regions. American councils help all high school students to study in the States or enter AUCA in Kyrgyzstan, which otherwise would have been difficult due to high tuition. As post-Soviet countries, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan share many similarities in their education system. However, unlike Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan has a greater involvement of non-state actors in education, and these activities are more formally regulated through policy. While this is a great assistance to the government, there are some concerns. Some of the non-state actors, especially foreign organizations, may bring their own political ideologies and interests, which could influence local education policies in ways that do not align with national needs or values. Also, non-state actors often operate with limited-term projects or funding cycles, which may lead to a focus on quick, short-term solutions rather than long-term sustainable improvements in education. These concerns highlight the need for careful regulation and coordination.
We want to conclude our discussion with a contextual example. This is a school I teach as a Teach for Bangladesh fellow. This is mainly a girls' secondary school, and this is a hygiene wash block which was basically provided by the Swiss embassy with the cooperation of the government of Bangladesh. But look at this, these are useless now. And this is a girl-friendly toilet which is basically provided by a South Korean NGO called Good Neighbors. But let's explore how it is functioning. This toilet is also locked for many days now for the lack of maintenance. So in pen and paper, this school has necessary hygiene facilities for female students, but these implementations are not benefiting the real stakeholders for the lack of monitoring and maintenance. So this is very important. All the stakeholders related to these projects become aligned with the shared goal and work together. Otherwise, these projects will remain only in the pen and paper.